Look what I got this morning. I found it on Marketplace and I paid 20 bucks. $20. I'm stoked. It needs a couple pieces. It needs some work. I need to make a door that's missing, and I think it's only missing the top of one window. But the cool thing is they never painted the outside. So that's pretty awesome. I just have to contend with some wallpaper. But yeah, I only had to drive like a half an hour to pick it up. So this is going to be a project in the future. I think because some of the railing is broken off and stairs in Dollhouses kind of torque me off. I think I might just end up taking the staircase out and plugging the floor, patching the floor up. And then there's also, it's over there, but it has a ladder that goes up into the attic, and I think I'll probably just close that up as well. It's 1/12 scale, so my little 6-inch dolls will work pretty well in this. The attic is only, it's pretty short. I want to say maybe at its highest point, maybe about 5 inches, but yeah, I'm pretty excited. There is a finish on the floor, and I'm gonna do probably a darker wood, you know, to match the window frames and whatnot, because I actually like the color of the darkest wood that was used on here. I kind of like that. I don't know if I want to go maybe a little bit darker. And I'm thinking color-wise, my daughter, her gymnast mat, just hanging out in my living room, you know. Yeah, I think there's a couple shingles that are missing in a few spots. But, oh, and I have to wrestle. They must have had a porch swing, and the chain is literally glued up around there, so I might just have to clip it off. I don't know. Just got it home. Haven't really looked at it overly much, except to see what was missing and kind of get a general idea of what I'm going to be in for. But it should be fun. Color scheme, like I said, I was thinking maybe something kind of witchy, but not gothic. So maybe like a sage green. I want to totally embrace the whole Victorian, like, painted lady type of color scheme, but I want to do it in earthy tones. So maybe like a sage green as the main color, and then maybe a lot of the deco work in a darker green. And then I can do bits of cream and maybe like a burgundy, a really pretty, a deep red. I don't know about, I like the bricks because, I mean, they are textured, but you know me, I really like stone also, so I don't know. I'll probably give the bricks a paint job, you know, kind of change the color of them and see if I like them before I make any decisions about whether or not to cover over them. Oh yes, and there is, the chimney is included. It's around here. It's just, it had broken off, and the person that I bought it from had never attached it. She had purchased it secondhand for her daughter. Her daughter never really got into it, or, you know, really enjoyed it that much. So, you know, along comes an adult wanting to breathe new life into it. Here I am. So I'll check back in. It's got some cobwebs on it. You know, it needs a good cleaning. So I'm going to focus on that and try to get the wallpaper off. And then I'll probably make a playlist for just this house and its progress and see where we get. I've got to move it downstairs to work on it because I don't think my family really wants it hanging out in my living room. But yeah, I'll check back in with the next steps when I get it cleaned up and decide on some paint colors, and maybe you guys can help me decide on some colors or, you know, extra little things that I can add to it. I plan on, because I don't like the white on here, and these are really, I wonder. I'm going to have to, I'll check out this door and just see kind of where we're at, but I would like to do like a diamond pattern on a lot of the windows, but I just don't know. Can't decide. I just don't think that the white is going to go with what I am envisioning, so I'll have to play around and hop on YouTube and check out some ideas of ways I can maybe fix that. I love the design. I just don't like that it's white. Surprisingly, a lot of the wallpaper is coming off really easy. So I think some of the upstairs I might have some issues with. That might take some warm water and a little bit of dish soap is what I've been told to kind of loosen the glue. But for now, I'm just kind of plugging away and taking my little tweezers and fingernails and kind of going around and pulling off what wallpaper I can that's coming off easily enough, and then I will tackle the rest of it however I need to. Okay. I've scraped off most of the wallpaper that came off pretty easy. For the pieces that are giving me trouble, I've just got a bit of warm water and a little bit of dish soap in it. Let it sit for just a second. I'm sorry, I don't have my tripod here. And you can usually get right underneath of it and start pulling. Well, I've got lots of this happening. Lots of the trim and the baseboards that are just kind of wanting to come off. And it looks like part of the window wants to come off also. But that's okay, because then I can get all the wallpaper from behind the window also, and off the back of the frame. And what doesn't pull off in big pieces, I just take my little Cricut scraper and scrape off. And I've got most of the downstairs is bare of wallpaper, and then I've got the upstairs that I will work on next. I think it's a good choice to remove the staircase and the railing, because look, boom, that's all it takes to remove it. So I'm sure that in my decorating or painting or whatever I may have been doing, I would have knocked the damn thing off anyway. Yeah, I've got the staircase kind of hanging up in the attic right now. I'll use these for something. The front porch doesn't have any kind of railing around it, so maybe I'll come up with something. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they'll go in the miscellaneous parts bin for now, and you know, if I use them someday I do. If not, then so be it. All right, I'm gonna keep cracking on the wallpaper. I wrestled away any piece of baseboard or trim that would let me do so without breaking. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here for tonight. I just wanted to get the wallpaper off. There's a couple little spots, but like I said, I need to sand and like up here, get the residue off. I just mainly wanted to get the bulk of it off and get everything wiped down so I can see better what I'm working with. I decided, I think since this came off the door that goes out onto the balcony, and this one right here is, oh no, it's not the same size. I was gonna say, I wonder, oh no, is it? I had a plan that if this was the same size, ooh, I think it is, then I would steal one of these from the side window, and then I would just make a new window that doesn't need to open and put that on this side. So I think I might do that because there's nothing outside that window. Whereas this one goes out onto the balcony. So I kind of want a door there. So that's a plan. As far as the glass in them, or the plastic that is pretending to be glass. What sucks is that it's wedged in between the two halves, and I don't know that I can get that apart real easily. So I don't know if I want them all to match, but like all of these here that are glued in, especially the ones up above and like the transom above the door here, I don't know if I want to mess with that. I'm not real sure what I want to do. As I said, I'm not super fond of the white on the glass, but I don't know. I don't know a way around it either without having to trace over the white with black with like some pinstriping, or I mean I can feel it like, but I don't think it peels off, and obviously if I use acetone on there it's gonna eat up the plastic or acetate or whatever it is that I'm working with here. I think I'm gonna just look into, I know it's a Dura-Craft, and it's called the Heritage is the name of this particular house. So maybe I will do some research into the kit itself. I know they don't make it anymore, but there's got to be some information online that could maybe help me discern what exactly I'm working with or what I'm in for. I just love it that all these little windows are open pretty well still. The little bay window there, I just adore that. I think that is too cute. And then there's another one up front here that is, yeah, just adorable. So I think I'm going to leave it here this evening, and then I will check in with the next steps, which will just be kind of, yeah, like I said, getting rid of the residue, cleaning up all the trim. I managed to wrestle the piece of wood off the front porch that was, I'm assuming, holding a porch swing. So that is off of there. I had mentioned the ladder that goes up to the second level, but as I said, I'm not going to. I'm just going to close up that hole in the floor, and I will use the ladder somewhere else. Maybe Hamish needs a ladder going up to his balcony or something outside of his cottage, so I'll make use of it, just probably not on this house. Or maybe I can turn it into a piece of trellis, or, you know, throw some vines on it. I'm not sure. But I'll check back in when I'm ready to do more. Bye.